back to our YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be showing you refreshing the cylinder head, so I'll be cleaning it up, grinding the valves in and giving it a skim as well. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and all our social media links will be in the description box below. Hope you enjoy. So this is the head I'm going to be refreshing today. It's a 1400 16 valve Vauxhall engine for the short oval racing and the stock cars. I've already removed the cam followers and I'm now going to remove the valves as well. Okay, so now I've got the cam followers out. That means I can now start removing the valves. So I've got number 1 out on the exhaust side. I've got a bit of cardboard behind there which I'm going to lay the valves on to clean them, and that will label them so I know where they go back, so they go back in the right places. So I'm now going to start on the second of the exhaust valves. So all I'm doing at the minute is just removing the cotters, which are just these little things here, and they basically just nip the valve in place. And I'm compressing the spring, which allows me to be able to get them out, because it takes pressure off them. So now all the valves are out. The next step, I'm going to clean this head up and the valves using a degreaser. The head's going to go in the acid, get that all cleaned up, and then I can start having a look at the seats on the valves and see how much work they're going to need. So everything has been degreased now, the head's been in the acid and that's come up lovely. I've now got to get the carbon off each of the valves, and I'll just use wire wheel there. Then I've got to grind the valves in. I've had a look at them and they're not too bad, they don't need recutting, so I'm just going to use the grinding paste. I use the coarse and then I use the fine, and that should bring them up lovely. Next step is to grind the valves in. We do this because it matches up the valve to the valve seat in the head, and it creates a tight seal and we don't lose any compression, and that's especially useful for when we spin the head later on. He's making a lot of noise, isn't he? Rude. So yeah, I'm now going to get the valves ground in. Hopefully it shouldn't take me too long. I think the last one took me about 4 hours. Dad, can you come and have a look at this valve, please?
Yeah.
What do you think about that? Do you think it needs any more?
What's this course?
Yeah, I've only done one on course.
Yeah, look away. There's no deep pitting or anything like that.
Right.
That's exhaust valve, is it?
Yeah, it's exhaust. Yeah. I haven't done any inlet yet.
No. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah?
Yeah, get them all looking like that, that'll be fine.
Right. Now I've got all the exhaust slapped in with the coarse grit, I've moved on to the inlets. I've just had a look at the first one, and I think I'm only going to need to use the fine grit for the inlets, because they're not too bad at all. So once I've done that, I will then do the fine grit on the exhaust, and then they'll all be done, hopefully. All 16 valves lapped in now. This is one of the exhaust valves. They've actually come out really good, so I'm really happy with them. I'm now going to get it in the mill, and then Dad can get on with skimming it, can't you?
Yeah.
Would you like to explain what you're doing?
All I'm doing is packing the head up, putting some spacers under here with some different thickness shims, basically to try and get the head level, so that when it cuts level all the way across. Because some heads are a little bit, if they've been skimmed in the past, they're a bit out. Okay, that's the head now done. We now had done about 4 passes over the head, which will just give it a really good gasket surface as well, so it's nice and flat. And that'll go back on.
How much take off it in the end?
It's about 20 thou altogether.
What's that in millimetres?
About half a mil. Can't really take too much more off it because the valve seats are getting close. So it's probably had some skimming done in its lifetime anyway. So that'll give it a raise of compression a little bit. It's going to be used on short ovals just for race car formula. So you can go and put all the valves back in now.
Yep.
Alright.
Yep, thank you very much. So I've just given the valves a little clean up to get any more grind and paste off that was left on them, so they're all clean. They're all ready to go in now. I've got some grease here which just helps keep the cotters in place, and I'm now ready to put all of them back in. So this is the head all finished now. Looking really good. All 16 valves are back in now. So it's all done.
All done?
All done.
Okay, good, brilliant. Come up well, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has come up well. Yeah.
Yep.